stray thoughts and everything. I mean, even though Al is a really mobile character, I see a decent amount of mid-range neutral going around. Hopefully a really solid poke game. See, what is this? Dragon Althena and was that Spica and another one? Okay. Interesting. I say mid-range. Immediately running in and showing that 2A is still the way to play when you go with anime. Bolt trying to set up the zoning game, trying to set up the trap in the mid-range. And I actually did forget Al has a little bit of a web game of her own. Might have to see it a little later as Toki's getting carried back into the corner with some authority from Bolt. Good conversion using a lot of resources to only get 7K. One of the downfalls of Bigness. He's not really the highest of damaging characters, but still, if you hit like 7K for using resources, you're okay with that point. You're not complaining. Or she'd like to see the big 8 and 10Ks, especially if you're dumping your blast into it. But if you're sitting with a nice, healthy green bar, control of the match, and the first round, you're not being a chooser at that point.
Get ready.
Bolt dashing in again. Even though I said he's playing a mid-range character, he is known for being really aggressive, really ruthless with any kind of character he plays. And when I think about it, they're usually bigger girls, taller girls that have large weapons or instruments. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge of what we might be seeing later out. That's later on down the road. Right now, he's trying to get some ground away from Toki, takes a throw. Looking for a grenade, can't find anything to go back in the neutral. Toki flipping over the top, using a lot of escape movement, can't really find the mark. Vanishing though. We tried to confirm. Another blood, good. Didn't pay any respect because that's the kind of thing in this game. When you hit a point character in this game, the assists don't go away. So if it's like a really delayed assist, you still have to pay respect to it. Boltstyke pays close to none as he walks away from this first game.
Get ready.
Here we go in a game 2. Shadow clone, immediately getting backed up. Both been getting the better end of the pushes. I won't say he's gone as far as cleaning, winning neutral to start these off, but he's more often than not been shoving Toki from corner to corner. This time Toki's been able to fight out. Coming in behind the Shadow Clones one more time. Still pressing his lead, doesn't want to play any kind of a long-range game. Finds himself under the oppression of Boltstyke. As we see this big confirm, using everything, using the blast, using both assists, using level 3. And I'm pretty sure this still doesn't crack 10K. All right, I lied, barely. Quite a huge chunk of red. Boltstyke, as long as he pump the brakes, let the grenade do the work.
Get ready.
Looking really good for him. Another dash in starting things off. Was punishing with, I believe, what was 2C. Might have been 2B. Try to dash in for the throw. Might need to grow up a little bit, get some longer arms. Toki finally finds some space. But space has not been his friend in this game, as he's been frequently looking for air dashes in, and Boltstyke almost exclusively has been playing a ground game, a dash game, as he eventually gets Toki to come off of the blast. Comes in again, behind one more dash. It's fully loaded one more time, so as long as he doesn't drop, I guess this is a commentator's curse. That could have been the game right there, but it's okay. So far, now it's Toki's turn to show what he has. Dashing in behind the blood. Can't get it confirmed. Was looking for a Bolt to fall down into an air unblockable or in the vanishing pressure. Doesn't get anything from it though. Let's Bolt out. Still has a lot of resources to play with. It's just mashing on vanishing guard for dear life, afraid of anything that comes in Bolt. Casually strolls in and snatches up game 2.
Get ready.
Still 3 out of 5. Sliding in again. Toki DPing out and finding his space one more time. Let's see if he can play a good neutral game. The B shot the swinging line has not been his friend. Any kind of shot has not been good. I think he was actually looking for a DP at that point and just had a missed input. It happens though. Bolt slow playing, seeing if anything's really coming, seeing if he can get any big catches, something like the DP. Had to catch it on the way up though. Still has a good grip to work with. Toki blast out. Didn't want to get caught with any kind of anti-air. Trying to play in front of both again. Still unsuccessful. Boltstyke fully loaded. Starting this off with the blast. Alternate dragon. Anime one more time. Let me take a sip of water because we've already seen the numbers. We know where this is going. Going all the way down to the final round, quite possibly the final round. It's going to take Toki 2 to dig out of this one. 3 games total if he doesn't want to go down to the bracket of alternative success. Coming off of this blast offensively one more time, things are not looking all so good for him in any caliber. Double shots popping off. Before he gets dashed out one more time with that good long-ranging lunging special. Throw the super shot. Boltstyke for once actually jumping over it. Hasn't taken to the sky too much long, unless he's been chasing after Toki. But you see now he's trying to play more of a zoning game, trying to sit on his lead, trying to see if he can catch Toki tripping. Toki trying to gun as much as physically possible, retreating all the way back into the corner before he dashes out with a 2-way. And immediately gets blown up with a vanishing guard. And I couldn't tell what starter we had, but I believe that is all that she wrote. Oh yeah. I just couldn't give it to you out the gate because yeah, I couldn't see if it was like a B starter or an A starter. Doesn't matter too much as I guess this is the B show as Boltstyke took it 3-0 and gets to move on into round 2.